Good afternoon, faithful people of Our Lady of Perpetual Help. This is your pastor coming to you, taping live from my office once again, because I wanted to give you a little bit of an update on what's going on since we've had the notification from the state that we as a county are in the purple tier once again. And so that means this is our second week in a row of being in the purple. And that means, according to the state guidelines, that this county is subject to the most severe restrictions, as they call it. So of those restrictions, we will be going back outside to celebrate Mass. We remember that later in the late summer and early fall in September, that we had to do that as well. And I was really hoping that when we moved back into the church that we could stay there and keep that in your prayers because, look, people, we belong in the church. We belong in our house of prayer. And so we pray that we can return to there soon. And some sort of sense of normalcy can return to all of us here. And also, so anyhow, being that the last time we were outside, the weather was a little bit warmer and it wasn't as cool, especially in the mornings and the evenings. And the clocks had not changed yet. And so now it's getting darker earlier. And so that has forced us to consider some changes for the Mass schedule. So just to let you know, so that starting this Saturday, the 14th, that beginning in the morning, we will start the Masses out there. So until this Friday, we will still be in the church. And so this Friday evening, I encourage as many people that can to come to our 6 p.m. Mass along with our Holy Hour afterwards. And so, but beginning then Saturday, the daily Masses will begin at 8 a.m. rather than 7:30 because it gives us a little bit extra time for the sun to warm things up a little bit. I was up early this morning and it was still about 45 degrees outside, and that's a little chilly to be sitting outside for Mass. And so we're hoping that by 8 o'clock things can at least be at a temperature that we can all stand. And so with that also, our Sunday Masses, so the Vigil, which is normally at 5 p.m. Saturday, and also our Sunday evening Mass at 5 p.m., both of those have been moved to 3 o'clock. And so, and I know many of you might have questions and say, doesn't the Vigil have to start after a certain time? We've been given dispensation during this time so that we can begin the Vigil at 3. So we will begin Saturday, 3 p.m. And then we will also have Sunday, 3 p.m. The 9 o'clock and the 11 o'clock and our 1 o'clock Spanish will not change. The only other change will be, because it's still pretty chilly at 7 a.m., temporarily do away with the 7 a.m. Mass. So our weekend Mass schedule will be Saturday, Vigil, 3 o'clock. And then Sunday, 9 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 1 o'clock, and then 3 o'clock. And that will be our Mass schedule. And then our weekend, or I should say on our weekday, we will be doing the 8 o'clock. So that also brings about a change in times for confessions. And so our confessions will be Saturday morning. We will do them after the morning Mass for 1 hour. So after the morning Mass, we have confessions there. I'm also hearing confessions between 12 and 12:30 before the Spanish Mass. And also, too, confessions can always be made by appointment as well. We can do them here in the church. And also, too, these things, we might add more to that because we do need to add more times for that for the people here. And so as we see what works in this time, with this weird time for all of us, we could be adding some extra times for confession during this. And so with that, I just want to keep you updated on what's going on. And so as of right now, that's what we have decided to do to going forward in this weird time for all of us. And so not only will this be going out on flock notes, but also too, we will be putting it in the bulletin, and we're trying to update it on our website as well. So we can go to our website and we can try to keep up with any changing information that might be happening. But also, too, any changing information will also be posted here on Flock Notes, and it will also be in the bulletin. And so at this time, things are kind of strange for all of us, and we hope and we pray that we will be back in the church soon, because that's where we as a people gather for prayer and to celebrate Mass. And so, once again, beginning Saturday morning, so this doesn't just start tomorrow, Saturday morning we will be outside. And until then, everything is going as it was. So we have our daily Masses at 7:30 in the church, and then we also have our 6 p.m. Mass with Holy Hour afterwards in the church as well. And so Saturday morning is when all these changes go into effect. And so I would just ask that you all keep the faith and keep not only the current situation in your prayers, but also keep your fellow parishioners in prayer as well. Because especially during this time, one thing we do not want to do is we do not want to settle into some sort of despair or anger at this whole situation, as frustrating as it may be for all of us. And so we are fortunate enough that we still can celebrate the Mass outside. And a good side to all of this is if we're outside and we keep our distance, there's no limit on the number of people that we can have. So there's no more cutting it off at 1 o'clock at 100 people, and then sending people to the Holy Family Center or whatever else. That we can all gather in one place and celebrate Mass together. And we encourage people to bring, if you have a chair to bring your own chair, so that way we don't have to keep stacking and unstacking and stacking chairs that we have here as well. We'll have some extras if people forget, but we're asking that if you do have a foldable chair that you can bring with you, please do. So I just wanted to let you know that's what our current situation is. And so as we're going forward, I will try my best to keep you updated on what's going on, so that we can all move forward through this together. Keep your prayers up and keep your joy in the Lord up, because even though we're outside, we're still be able to gather and to worship the Lord together. I hope you have a great afternoon, and I will see you soon.